working from the top down. So we're going to start with brow bone, work our way in crease color, and so on and so forth. So speaking of brow bone, I'm going to be using one of my favorite highlight colors for women of color and just women in general, and this is Ricepaper. I'm going to be taking my large 252 large shader brush, just because it just gets the job done so much faster, and I already kind of like have a little bit of that still on. But what I'm going to do is just lightly pat that on. Very lightly. You want the brow bone, in respect to the rest of the look, the brow bone should be, you know, relatively toned down. So you don't want it to be too far out there. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like a burnt orange color, and I'm going to be using Deep Truth by MAC. I'm sorry, I keep saying Deep Truth. This is Brown Script. It's just a dark burnt orange color. Beautiful, beautiful color. Especially right now for summer, it's just so pretty. I'm going to take my large 249 blending brush, and this is going to be the color I'm blending into my crease. That natural area where your socket is, right in there. Even if you have to push your brush in there to really get a feel for it, that's where we're blending that color. Next, I'm going to be adding my eyeshadow base. For this, you know, it's probably a little bit confusing for some of you guys, but I've basically made my own eyeshadow base. The only thing is these are MAC Pro products, which means they're not available at regular MAC stores. You have to go to a MAC Pro store, or you have to be a Pro member. Or I'm not sure how this works, but I believe if you like try to order the item online, you might be able to do that too. So please don't rush to your MAC store trying to look for these items, because you won't find it. These are MAC Pro products, but these are called Cremeblush. I'm using primary yellow, and then what I did was I used Marine Ultra, which is just like a dark, just royal blue, and then primary yellow. I mixed the two together to make green. As you guys know, yellow and green. And not just any green, but kind of like a dark mossy green. So it's kind of like a dark, like a mossy green, exactly. But it's kind of, you know, it's not much to look at on its own, but for this it was kind of perfect because I want the colors that I'm using to stand out. So I'm going to take a little bit of that base on my finger, and just below my crease color is where I'm going to add this. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, I used mixing medium just to help water them down. I used just about a drop just to help them mix a little bit easier. And mixing medium is also great with like pigments and stuff like that, but that's a whole different conversation. So anyways, just dab that onto the lid. Don't need much. A little bit goes a long way. Make sure you smooth it out. Gonna go back and just blend around the edges. I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is the 219 by MAC. And I'm going to take a dark green color, which is also another Pro product. And this, honestly, like, I seriously would regret not having this color in my kit, because it's one of my favorite eyeshadow colors now. Not just of greens, but just periods. This is called Bottle Green. It is probably the perfect green for just, you know, those green smoky eyes. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it's so much different. You're probably thinking, oh, that looks just like Plumage. No, totally different colors. If you're looking at Plumage, which is this one, and then this is Bottle Green, Plumage is a little bit more on the teal side. I'm not gonna lie, Plumage I would probably say is a little bit more versatile, but if you can afford to get Bottle Green, or if you can get it, I would, don't sleep on that color. It's gorgeous. Now Plumage, you know, is available at all MAC stores. It's not a Pro product, so that's a plus side. So anyways, I'm just going to take a little bit of that Bottle Green on my pencil brush, and what I'm doing is I'm packing that color onto my outer corner, and this just gives the sexiest green. It's so pretty. So I'm just packing. As you can see, I'm not blending or anything. I'm just packing, just placing that color. I'm going to take a blending brush, which is my 222, or, you know, whatever you prefer, 249, 217, whatever works for you, and I'm just going to buff that color out. Then I'm going to go ahead and go back into that plumage on top of the bottle green just to define it a little bit more and darken it. And then I'm going to buff it out. Next, I'm going to take another one of my all-time favorite colors from MAC, and this is called Club Eyeshadow. I'm sure this is, many of you guys' favorites too, but I'm going to take a little bit of that on my 239 brush. Spraying with Fix Plus is optional, but I find it makes the shadows a little bit easier to work with. So I'm going to spray the brush a few times and then pack that color onto the lid. And it really doesn't take much, because on top of that I'm going to take blue-brown pigment. If you love Club, you will absolutely cannot live without blue-brown pigment. You can't. It's very, very hard. You can't. I just kind of like to use it as a reinforcer to make it, just pop a little bit more, depending on what the finish you want it to be like. But I'm just going to pack that on top to make it really stand out. And then I'm going to take that pencil brush again, a bit of that, wipe off a little bit of it. And then I'm going to take Woodwinked eyeshadow, which is kind of like a dark copper color, which is a beautiful color for dark-skinned women of color in general. And this is going to be the inner corner color. And then I'm going to take my fluid line, or you can use your liquid liner of choice, to line my top lash line. So this is just black track. And my 209 brush. I'm going to line my bottom waterline with black liner, and this is Feline by MAC. It's one of my favorites. Use whatever works for you, though. And I'm just going to line my bottom lash line. Last would be to add mascara. Lashes is optional. For this look, I'm not going to do lashes. It's just kind of going for more of an evening, but more an evening look, but still natural. So I'm just going to pop some mascara in. And if I haven't shown you guys pictures already, I'll be showing you them now. But there's the look that you guys have been requesting for so long. I hope you guys like it, and thanks for watching. Bye.